I am in Indianapolis, Indiana, the capital city of the state of Indiana. This is a little bit older part of downtown. I am making my way towards the newer part. Going to explore downtown a little bit, see what's down here. Lots of traffic down here. You can hear people. One thing's for sure already, this is not an empty downtown. It's full of people. So, looks good already. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to explore the city, downtown, and do some neighborhoods, see some interesting sights. So stick with me, and here we go. Now in the middle frame you can see the Salesforce building, the tallest in the city. It has two towers up on top. One is functioning and the other is just for decoration. I guess that makes sense, doesn't it? It would look odd if it only had the one. But I am continuing to make my way into beautiful downtown Indianapolis. And I'm going to go this way now. That's a fun little oddity, isn't it? A top Weber grill. Looks like the... Whew, that car's loud. Looks like the one I have in my garage. Except much bigger, I think. I'm going to guess the food here is pretty expensive. More than I can afford. Closer look. That is cool though, isn't it? Okay, so I am in the heart of downtown. As you can see, surrounded by skyscrapers, modern buildings, mixed with old. Indianapolis has several names, one of them being Sports City. The other is Naptown. Now when you hear that, you think, is it because it's sleepy and boring? And a lot of people think that. That's not actually true. The name came from the 1920s. In that period of time, Indianapolis had a booming jazz scene, and it was slang for Indianapolis. Think about the word Indianapolis. Indiana, let me say that again. Indianapolis. Indianapolis. So they had some fun with that and just started calling the city Naptown. I've been walking around, it's definitely not sleepy down here. A lot of construction. And I'm walking upon the crown jewel of the city right there. I'm gonna get closer to it and away from all this noise. Alright, so here it is. The pride and joy of Indiana. The Soldier and Sailors War Monument. One of the largest of its kind in the United States. In fact, Indiana and Indianapolis has the largest collection of war memorials in the country outside of Washington, D.C. So they're serious about it here. And this area is beautiful. Just let you take it all in. I hope the camera captures the magnificence of it as the Salesforce Tower rises in the background. I'll do a slow swing around so you can see what this area looks like. I assure you it is astonishingly beautiful here. The state of Indiana and its people are proud of this, and they should be. Yeah, that's incredible. Look at that. That is amazing. Give you a close-up. So what do we know about Indianapolis? The population of the city in 2020 was 887,000 people. That's 15th in the US. However, the true measure of a city is its metro population, and it's a little bit different there. 2021, Indianapolis had a metro population of 2,127,000. That's 33rd in the country. That's more like the real size of the city. It's a mid-large city, nowhere near as big as Atlanta or Miami, for instance, or Boston. In 2010, the metro population was 2,111,000. So over that decade, it grew by 15,000 people. That's not huge growth, but at least it's growing. And I looked at the 2020 versus 2021 metro growth numbers. About half the cities in the US lost population, not Indianapolis. It didn't grow by a lot, but it did grow. Now there's the state capitol. The wife and I will be going there later today. So I'm going to head up this way. But that being said, even though it ranks 33rd in population, the city is the 19th largest economic region in the United States. So it certainly pulls above its weight in economic power. There's some other things about Indianapolis you may or may not know. It hosts the world's largest sporting event once a year. The most attended sporting event in the world. Of course, that's the Indianapolis 500. The city is nicknamed Sports City. Has pro football and pro basketball. Not pro baseball though. Anyway, it has the largest children's museum in the country. And it's nicknamed the Crossroads City, or the Crossroads of America. One of the reasons is it has the most interstate legs that crisscross here in the country, that crisscross here in the city. Very clean down here, and not a lot of homeless. I've ran across 2 so far, but the city is very clean. I've yet to see even a single instance of graffiti or defacement like you see in a lot of cities these days. That's pretty impressive. That is someone cleaning the streets. I can think of many American cities who could learn from this. And yeah, the streets are clean. This city is clean, immaculate. Now this is pretty cool, isn't it? This is a statue of John Wooden, the legendary basketball coach. And behind him, really cool street here. Lots of bars and shopping. The middle of it is a pedestrian. Oh man, somebody needs to buy a muffler. But anyway, it's got a Hooters. You know you're not a real city unless you have a Hooters downtown. Am I right? Yeah. But anyway, yeah, this is really cool. I would imagine on the weekends it gets crazy here. Nice. I like it. Now, as I said earlier, Indianapolis is known as the Crossroads of America. And it's not just because of freeways, but rail lines as well. Lots of rail lines crisscrossed here in the city. I'm telling you that because I'm walking underneath them now. Pretty awesome. It's a cool sight down here. And it's clean. Not filled with homeless. Not painted, defaced. Just awesomely beautiful. In a industrial sort of way. Well, looky here. A statue of Peyton Manning. And where is it? Right outside Lucas Oil Stadium. It's where the Colts play. Beautiful building. Pretty impressive. Another look at Manning here. You see downtown. Looks like Manning is throwing the ball into the downtown area, doesn't it? Alright, so we've got the Colts, we've got the Indy 500, we got the Pacers. Pretty impressive resume for sports here. Only thing missing is baseball. I'm sure they would love to change that. But anyway, some cool sights here. My hotel is right across the street from the stadium here. So I'm gonna head there, get in the Bronco, and go explore some neighborhoods outside of downtown, good and bad. So here we go. When I visit a city, I always like to go to the Reddit boards for that city, where the locals post their thoughts on the city, the pros and cons. And one of the things that stuck out was potholes. A lot of complaints about potholes. And as I was driving through the neighborhoods in the town, yeah, I kind of noticed that as well. So I looked it up, and there was a report made that combined several factors: insurance claims because of potholes, repairs in garages because of potholes, and tire and wheel replacements because of potholes. All those were added up and applied to most of the large cities in the US, and Indianapolis ranked second. So all of you who complain about the potholes here in the city, well, your complaints are justified. Indianapolis, according to this report, and it seemed pretty accurate to me based on the way it was compiled, is the second worst city in the United States for potholes. So I'm just going to show a little footage of potholes in the streets, let you see for yourself. One of the concerns of the people that live here, in addition to potholes, is crime. Indianapolis has a bit of a crime problem. In 2020, the murder rate was 24.3 per 100,000. That's 41st in the US. That's compared to the US average, which is 6.5 per 100,000. So it is up there a little bit. That being said, it's nowhere near St. Louis, where it is 88.1 per 100,000. So yes, there's some crime here, but it's not bad like in places such as Detroit and St. Louis and Memphis. Now in 2021, the murders in the city were the highest in history. But again, in all fairness, many cities in the US set records for murders in 2021. And I'm not going to dive into the politics behind that, but it seems pretty self-explanatory when you see what these cities changed as far as their police departments are concerned. Now in 2022, so far, Indianapolis murder rate is down, but it is still higher than Chicago's. So that's something to think about. Now the worst crime areas in the city are on the east side and on the west side, with downtown being in the middle. Here's a little bit of a drive-through on the west side and the east side. All right, I'm in a very different neighborhood now, about 4 miles north of downtown Indianapolis. This is the Meridian-Kessler neighborhood, one of the most prestigious and unique neighborhoods in the entire country. Now, this neighborhood's been around for about 100 years, a little over, and what makes this neighborhood interesting and unique is that virtually nearly every architectural style for homes known to man is represented here. This neighborhood is the opposite of your typical suburban subdivisions. No two houses look exactly alike, and it's pretty pricey. They run from about $500,000 to over $2 million, so you're going to have some money if you can even find a house, because people really don't sell that often here, because why would you? I mean, you know, this is one of the coolest neighborhoods in the country. So I'm just going to drive through a little bit and show you some of the houses. Even here, in one of the nicest neighborhoods in the city, there's lots of potholes. All right, we are outside the Indiana state capitol. Fixing to go in. A couple of statues out front. There's the wife, and there's a squirrel. All right, so we're gonna go in. Looks like they have the door open for us. All right, we're heading up the steps. I'm sure we'll have to go through security, huh? Step back and take a look. What do we see from the steps of the Indiana Capitol? The Indiana State Capitol. Yep, cool. Is that Soldiers and Sailors Monument? Pretty awesome. Yep. All right, let's go in. In we go. All right, we are inside the Capitol now. Let's see the dome. Wow. It's different. Lots of colors. It's beautiful. Anyway, the wife needs to get her Capitol passport stamped, so we're going to do that first.
Let it dry a second.
But we got lucky with Indiana.
Yeah, let's see.
Go.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now, are you going to walk around the building, or?
Yeah, we're going to walk around the building.
So there's self-guided tour information.
All right, some Indiana war paraphernalia. We'll have lots to eat this winter, won't we, Mother? Pretty awesome. It's a pretty grand room. Really grand room. All right, Eric Holcomb, the Indiana governor.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's an actual working phone booth. How about that?
With phone books and everything. Wow.
We can show this to kids and they have no idea what it is.
They wouldn't even know what a cell phone is.
Hello?
Is. Hey, it doesn't have a ringtone.
Oh, it's probably just for show now.
Well, ain't that
That's nice. I like they have that in here. There's the Indiana House of Representatives.
It's 3:30. This is considered really late in the day.
Look, it's got like each picture of each person's their seat. That's kind of cool.
At least you don't forget where your seat's at. You know,
Yeah.
for the ones that are getting up in age.
Right. Indiana pork. This is the lieutenant governor's office. Still haven't found the governors. Wife is filling up her water bottle. That's right, fill it up. Steal some of that Indiana water. Really incredible detail. This is all hand painted. It's pretty phenomenal. We're on the second floor. This is the office of the governor. Yep. Wonder if he's busy today. It's a nice office. Yeah, pretty nice. I want an office like that. Hmm? Well, that was a good visit to the Indiana State Capitol. Back out in the city. We're gonna head back to the hotel. All right, so anyway, Cleveland, Ohio is next. Be looking for that video.